He said he loved me. And in that same moment, he redecorated our place with new decor of red splashed on the walls and imprints of my skull, adding me to his canvas of abstract paint slashes of blues and purples. And, well, I loved him too. He was God's gift to me. And I know some of his actions weren't right, but his right hook gave me more attention than I ever felt in my whole life. The absence I felt, he filled. And soon I was no longer one. I became two. Then we became three. And he loved me. And I fell in love with the idea of us becoming a family. And I was always told that you fight to keep your family, that sometimes family have to show you tough love. Therefore, I should have known better so that he could do better. Like I should have told my girls that I couldn't go to Waffle House after that one night, because that and legs were the only things open at that time of the night. And since I had no evidence of serve stains smeared on my dress, I must have went and spread my legs to another, like I've seen him do so many times to others. But they, he said, were just flings, and that he made love to only me because he loved me. And I should have kept that microwave on 3-minute rotations, or at least had dinner and breakfast prepared, steaming hot until he decided to get there. He was just showing me that that was the way to his heart, and I so desperately wanted his heart because I loved him. And I agree. I should have walked with my head down, avoiding all eye contact from the opposite and same sex. See, he knew I had that hidden desire of tapping into that other side, even though I never knew I wanted to experience that other side. But like he said, he knew me better than I knew myself. And he was right. It only took 45 minutes for me to get home from work, and that was only on a bad traffic day. And the after-school program was just a block from the house, so 5:45 on the dot was when I should have arrived. Mondays through Fridays, no detours or sudden stops, because Saturdays were our grocery days. It was the only time we could get quality time, he said, and he cherished that moment spent with me. I just wish that I would have kept my slick mouth shut. I just kept adding extra frustration on him. I mean, 2 years of no work, having to depend on me was hard on his ego, and I was so insensitive. But I just couldn't help it. Coming home from a long day's work, still having to cook and clean and do, and see, there I go complaining. And that's what he was always saying when he was just training me on how to fulfill my wifely duties, because I was his rib and his backbone and his ATM and his punching bag and his doormat. But I put on that picture perfect mirage, smiling hard in that 8x10 so no one can see the cracks in the actual frame. Who would believe me when I no longer believed me? I mean, so many concussions and accidental trippings and fallings and false statements. It was my fault. It was my fault. So I prayed to continue to endure, because a strong woman stands by her man through thick and thin, all the good and the bad. I became our family sacrificial offering to him. And he kept his promise to me that night. That night that I watched him load that clip and cock it. I felt his love. I did. I felt his love. As he gently grabbed my hand and watched my love bleed for him. Then he lay next to me, and we both watched our love transcend into eternity through the smoke flames. We became this Shakespearean masterpiece. And right before our last scene came to an end, in my one last breath, I prayed my one last prayer. That our daughter was still in her room, admiring herself in the mirror, pretending to marry Prince Charming, while standing in her Cinderella dress with her crown still standing tall and proudly upon her head.